Hello and welcome back to the Trainers of the World Tournament. I am your host, DeltaTDS, and for today's match, I am joined once again by Will, our co-host.
What up?
And today's match, we've got an exciting one for you today. We've got, yet again, another Unova Elite 4 member, Grimsley, going up against the former Indigo Elite 4 member, Lorelei.
Yep, definitely interesting match we should have here today. Lorelei, of course, being a mono ice trainer. Very excited to see that. And then Grimsley's team stacked with some strong mons. Why don't you tell us about what gimmick both of these trainers have today?
Grimsley will be using a Mega Sharpedo to take on Lorelei's Mega Slowbro. Now that Slowbro's defense is probably one of the most underrated things about that Pokemon.
Yeah, Mega Slowbro, not something that you see very often. It was not a very super popular Pokemon back in its heyday, but here it is on Lorelei's team. And Mega Sharpedo, very, very scary. Just an attack powerhouse. Will it be enough to overpower the absolutely defensive tank that is Mega Slowbro, though? Will remain to be seen.
Both trainers are carefully deciding which Pokemon to use first. That Slowbro and Starmie don't look to be the best against any of Grimsley's team.
Here we go. Lapras coming out first for Lorelei. Grimsley setting out the Scrafty.
Now that fighting type from Scrafty is very threatening to her whole team.
Mono Ice, this entire team with a fighting type weakness. It's going to be really important for Lorelei to try and get this thing out of the way as quickly as possible, where it might just end up sweeping her entire team.
The same with Grimsley and his Bisharp.
Very true. Hydro Pump doing a decent amount of damage, not going to be enough to hit KO. Scrafty taking the opportunity to hit the bulk up, do a little bit of setup in front of this Lapras. Now, gotta be careful here. It's not going to be able to get too off without... Ooh! Hitting the Dragon Pulse on the second turn, maybe predicting a switch.
Going for the Drain Punch, and it completely heals that Scrafty, but just not enough to take out that Lapras.
Oh, unfortunate miss on the Hydro Pump. Drain Punch enough to take out the Lapras, and Scrafty getting a Moxie boost on top of it.
That Scrafty, in just a few turns, turning into a very dangerous threat.
Very, very unfortunate for Lorelei that this thing essentially untouched with a good couple important stat boosts on top of that. Choosing to switch out into the Tyranitar.
What a crazy... Tyranitar came out with that Sandstream, only to be replaced by Articuno using Hail.
Important to note here, we are technically in a Gen 8 anything goes battle here, so it is Hail, it is not Snow.
Yes, we don't use that weak snow crap. This is Hail. Everyone's getting hit in the stadium today.
Tyranitar, who would normally be unaffected by the damage over time of his own weather, it does immediately get replaced by the Hail, which he is going to be taking that damage from. However, Rock Slide, hitting that Dugong for 100% of his health. Ooh, Hydro Pump, super effective into the Tyranitar, getting a revenge kill.
Now, it is important to note that Starmie does not have the safety goggles to protect it from the Hail. So it is taking that damage.
Starmie is actually, I believe, Lorelei's only non-ice type Pokemon.
And Slowbro.
Slowbro also as well.
Which Slowbro can't even hold hold the safety goggles because it used that Slowbro Knight.
Very true. So Stormy and Slowbro would be taking the hits from Hail. Of course, Hail, you know, not exactly the most potent of hits, so definitely can stay and take a couple from it. Mega Sharpedo hit with the Hydro Pump still does a decent amount of damage, but the Super Effective Punch enough to KO this Starmie. Tell me a little bit about this Alolan Sandslash here.
Uh-oh, hold on.
Never mind. Don't tell me anything about this Alolan Sandslash.
Hold on. Hold on. Showdown Capture's messing up. There we go. Okay, we got it fixed. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. What were you asking?
I was going to say, tell me a little bit about this Alolan Sandslash here.
Well, coming from Lorelei's Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee team, let me actually pull up.
Ice and Steel, a very interesting combination of types, and it does have both Snow Cloak and Slush Rush, you know, making this thing more powerful in the Hail. Question, does the Articuno have set up 1 or 4, sorry, 3, 4 turns of Hail left?
We might just find it out. It looks like
it does indeed have it extended. This Sandslash, pretty scary in the Hail.
Going for the Ice Punch and dealing a decent amount of damage.
This Drain Punch is intense from this Crafty though.
Drain Punch claims yet another victim as it gets that Moxie boost.
We have Slowbro here, one of the mons who can definitely tank the Drain Punch better than a lot of the others can.
I mean, it can tank a lot of physical hits.
Absolutely. Who does not have the opportunity to deal much damage in return though.
That super effective payback only did a third of its health, which is insane.
Scrafty's leftovers putting in some work here. Payback enough to take out the Slowbro. It's not looking good for Lorelei right now.
Dang. Grimsley just demolishing Lorelei's team.
And we haven't even seen 3 of Grimsley's Pokemon. Drapion, Crocodile, and Bisharp all sitting in the back, not even called out.
Articuno taking out that Scrafty finally with that Air Slash. Getting that threat off of the field.
Unfortunately, probably don't want to be pessimistic. Probably not going to be enough.
Ooh, Crunch dealing a good amount of damage to Articuno. Not enough to take it out. And no stat drop, too.
Articuno sitting up the hill, a little bit of just a last gasp there, it looks like. Crunch a second time, KOing it. And Grimsley wins round 1.
That was a very one-sided match. Though I do think Lorelei may have what it needs to take match 2. But we will just have to find out for ourselves. I believe that match started off with Grimsley versus Lapras.
Yes. Scrafty versus Lapras.
Scrafty. No, of course Grimsley's in it. But...
Grimsley himself coming out onto the battlefield, facing down this Lapras.
Grimsley ready to throw hands with the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh my god, I've never seen anything like it. Grimsley suplexes the Loch Ness Monster.
We are not professionals or experts. We are just hired to do the tournament, okay?
Hired?
Wait, are you not getting paid?
I mean, you're the one in charge of this whole thing. You tell me.
Look, I was just told by a higher god or a higher power to do this. And I said, you know what, why not? I got a few days free.
Oh, this is just going on my my resume. This is like volunteer work, you know. Looks good on
Yeah.
a college app.
Community service. Anyway,
30
Lorelei
hours.
sending out the Slowbro and Tyranitar getting that Sandstream out.
Important note, Articuno not out here to cancel that sand. Ooh, Slowbro. Tyranitar trying to set up in the face of the Slowbro. Does get yawned though.
So Tyranitar can either power through that Drowsy or switch it out to get that removed, but also taking its stats boosts off with it.
It's true. The question that Grimsley has to be thinking about right now is, does Slowbro or any of the other Pokemon on Lorelei's team, for that matter, really threaten this Tyranitar enough with only the couple turns of sleep that is likely to get to make it worth switching out? It does switch out into a Surf. Ooh, big damage.
Wow! Insane damage coming from Slowbro. Now, what is Drapion gonna do?
Night Slash, super effective, but Slowbro just too tanky.
That Shelter is insane. I believe that's a Shelter, right?
Yes.
It sure doesn't look like one.
It certainly doesn't. Really funky looking Shelter.
Probably a regional variant we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, regional variant back from, you know, what was that, like, Generation 2 that Slowbro got introduced?
No, Generation 1 actually.
Is it a Gen 1 Pokemon?
Yeah, same with Shelter. So, some funky genetics going on there.
Unknown species here. Tyranitar coming back out. Crunch, super effective on the Slowbro, enough to KO. It's 1-1 right now.
A
Seems,
much closer battle than last.
Absolutely.
Though, of course, it is too early to tell.
Of course, you know, a very powerful Pokemon in that Mega Slowbro getting taken out. Might put Lorelei at, again, a little bit of a disadvantage. Hydro Pump doing big damage to Bisharp, though.
Ooh. Gonna take out that threat to all of her Ice type, but unable to take it out.
Ouch. Sucker Punch. Super effective, of course, against the Psychic type Starmie.
Now, what can Articuno do against this Bisharp?
It's a good question.
Is it fast enough to set up a hail for the rest of the team?
You know, setting up that hail could definitely help Pokemon like that Alolan Sandslash. Ooh, is faster, and Bisharp misses the Iron Head. And the Aurora Veil up.
And we know that it has that Icy Rock, so that Aurora Veil will... No, never mind.
That's Lead Clay. But
That's
Hail
Lead
will
Clay.
be sticking around.
Yes.
And oh my, everybody's just missing. Nobody can see in this Hail.
Which is crazy, because Articuno's the one that set it up.
Wow. Big prediction on that Sucker Punch. Sets up the Aurora Veil again. Of course, it doesn't work, but Articuno does live.
It's better than taking damage.
It's true. It's, you know, and Bisharp is about to die to this Hail. Not falling for it again, and does not go for a third Sucker Punch, but both Pokemon getting KO'd. Aurora Veil also getting stalled out.
Now it is 4-3 right now.
We've
But
got 2 turns of Hail left for this Sandslash to take advantage of.
But that is what Grimsley is planning on.
Oh, taken out by the Sandstream from the Tyranitar. Good play by Grimsley to not let this Sandslash get any good attacks in with the Hail up.
That means there's not going to be any more hail for the rest of the match.
Sandslash taken out by second Earthquake, not outspeeding this Tyranitar.
Lorelei sends out Dugong. which I don't remember seeing it do much.
I don't
last
think
match.
this thing really did much of anything at all. It is faster, if it has speed investment, is faster than the Tyranitar.
That would be good to take it out with ease.
Scary thing is that Grimsley does, of course, still have that Scrafty in the back, which pretty much, really almost single-handedly took out Lorelei's team last round.
I do wonder if Lorelei has any plan to take it out.
I really don't know if it's even possible at this point.
He's getting very close. Scrafty setting up the bulk up once again. We saw what happened last time.
Choosing to take a very safe route, absolutely sure victory by getting some setup in here.
Now, let's make sure he doesn't get too greedy with it.
You know, I'm really not too sure that there's much that this Dugong could have done,
Yeah, true.
even if Scrafty just sat there and set up for several turns. Lapras, Lorelei's final Pokemon.
What could Lapras possibly do against this Scrafty? Hydro Pump, but it misses. Just adding insult to injury.
You know, it's funny, I think if I was reading those numbers correctly, Lapras likely 1 speed point higher than the Scrafty. I really don't know if that Hydro Pump would have KO'd, but it doesn't matter in the end. Scrafty dodging it like a champ.
The second match goes to Grimsley, which means Grimsley wins match 3 and advances on to round 2, where he will be facing off against the Team Galactic leader Cyrus,
Congratulations to Grimsley.
who has Dialga and Palkia.
It's a very scary team.
I want to see that Scrafty handle those two.
Not quite an as advantageous a type matchup.
But Lorelei did do her best. However, that battle just shows why she quit the Elite Four.
Lorelei slandered. I will not stand for it.
Anyway, the next match will be the Sinnoh Elite Four. Once again, another Elite Four member, Aaron, taking on the Pokemon trainer Barry. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in tomorrow's battle. Take care.
See you then.